Well, a bit of a disaster. The Batman 2, the filming of it is reportedly delayed until March of next year. Now, this is, a bit of a disaster, to be honest, because those people that really liked the Batman are going to be waiting a really long time for this film. And it was a long time before the sequel was greenlit anyway. And this also follows the Penguin, that's now had to pause production due to the WGA strike as well. So this was going to start shooting this year, originally planned anyway, and now it's reportedly delayed. So that's a massive shame because, it just puts it back and back and back and back and back. And these kind of films, you do need to strike while the iron is hot, so to speak. Because, especially in the superhero world, I feel like there is a certain element of, not necessarily fatigue, but interest is waning ever so slightly. In superhero movies, in mediocre superhero movies, should I say. So if this is nothing but excellent, I think it'll really struggle, personally. So anyway, let's dive into this. Ladies and gents, real quick video on this, I would imagine anyway. So according to the Midgard Times, it's all to do with the writing process. So the writing process has been disrupted on the Batman Part 2 by the ongoing WGA strike, and shooting has been pushed back to March of 2024. That's not small, that's quite big. And ladies and gents, that is only depending on if, and it's a big if, they manage to sort it out with the WGA as well. Because they seem to be in it for the long haul. And they are fighting. Look, I don't agree that the writers should be striking because a lot of them are shit anyway. But the point is, a lot of them are striking for some good reasons. You've got elements of like AI taking over and things like this. Not taking over, we're not talking about Skynet, of course. But taking over the writing process and, sort of financial backings and things like that. So the WGA look to be in it for the long haul. They're really like, no, we're steadfast on this. And this took, the previous time that they did this strike, it really disrupted things for a really long time. So they're erring on the side of caution by saying, well, push back to March. I mean, it could be longer. It could be significantly longer. And obviously, like I said, the Penguin, that's been affected massively. But it's interesting because you would have thought that this movie was done and in the can, but then there's a lot of stuff which they have to change on the fly, daily, and things like that. But even as this report notes, this is a fairly significant delay. It is. And they're like, it's not expected to have any impact on the movie's planned release. I would imagine so. I would imagine so massively. Because again, March 2024 to an October 3rd, 2025 release, that's not a long time. And that's only if they manage to get it back shooting in time. That's a big, big if. Huge if, in fact. And I do wonder what else is going to be affected by this strike now. Whether the other planned releases, planned slate that was all announced, a big, sort of hoo-ha and whatever from James Gunn. I wonder if a certain element of that is now going to be delayed as well, which I think it probably will be. But this is a shame. This is a movie I was personally looking forward to. Primarily just because, look, I like the first one. Don't get me wrong. It has its flaws, but all in all, I really liked it. Massively. Now, there's obviously no plot details, but Reeves said, it's going to continue the epic crime saga. So that'll be interesting. Maybe. We'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, this is a shame. Personally, this is another casualty in the WGA strike. And again, they're in it for the long haul, guys. Make no mistake. It doesn't look like they're going to bow because no one's giving any quarter at this point in time. The studios don't want to cave to any pressure because they don't want to give any money away unnecessarily. There's lots of stuff, right? There's lots of stuff. They don't want to give any money necessarily away, and the WGA doesn't want to lose any money or lose any potential money moving forwards to AI and stuff like that. There's a lot on the line. So each sort of faction, if you want to call it that, are holding their lines pretty steadfast on this. And so I March 2024, meh. It could go on even further, guys, because everything else that's been delayed will take precedence first. And then if there's studio space that's been allotted to certain productions, that will then take precedence as well over this movie. So March, I think, is actually a bit too keen. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes past that. But let me know what you think down below. Like I said, super quick video, guys. I need to bash a few more of these out, quick ones, because there's lots of news that I've been missing. But I'm reaching the end of my diet. If you didn't know, I'm doing like a bodybuilding diet. Follow me over on Instagram at Mistakes Reviews. You can see all that stuff. Some of it, anyway. I don't really share that much. But anyway, the point is, I'll be doing more videos like this, sort of quick, thick and fast. My dog's barking in the background. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Cheers, guys. Leave your thoughts down below. Take care.